up, y'all? It's D, about to react to this vid by Triple OC. It's titled Rappers Are Starting to Look Different. And we got Lil Uzi, we have Carti, and I don't know who this is on the left, but he looks very interesting. Anyway, let's see how rappers are looking different and what they're doing. Let's watch.
There's something shifting in rap. And no, I'm not talking about the music. I'm talking about faces, aesthetics, image, and why some of our favorite rappers suddenly look different. Just different enough that fans are noticing. And nobody can quite put their finger on what changed, only that something did. Because there's something weird going on in rap, and yes, we need to talk about it. But first, welcome to the channel.
Weird.
Hey, how was that?
Y'all support.
But lately, it seems the expectations around bodies and faces feel tighter than ever. If you want to succeed as a woman in rap music, there's a good chance you need a BBL to shrink that nose with the Jackson 5 nostrils.
Ooh,
and if you're light-skinned, well, the industry already decided you were more marketable. Men historically didn't have to do much. Be iced out, wear the right designer clothes. If you were insecure, look, get tatted up from head to toe. And these days, trade the grills for veneers if you want brand deals. That's enough. But lately, that standard feels like it's shifting. Some male artists are going all the way, and others are making quieter, more subtle changes. And the moment it really clicked for me came from one recent music video in particular. As you know, Uzi is back with new music. And while watching the What You Saying music video, the first thing that stood out to me wasn't the song, because it was kind of given I Just Want to Rock like the remix, but it was how fully committed he is to this new visual world. It's very European couture coded, you know, you got the high fashion models, Law Roach is doing his thing, and Marc Jacobs with these Flojo nails. And honestly, it works because fashion, appearance, and reinvention have always been baked into Uzi's brand. This is the same artist who put a pink diamond in his forehead and then normalized makeup and nail polish in rap before it was super trendy. Uzi changing his look is not new, it's expected. What is new is how polished it feels. And the second thing I noticed, aside from this unsettling Jordan Peele adjacent choreography, was Uzi's face card. And don't get it twisted, it's never declining. Uzi and JT probably be up at night having straight mug-offs, okay? But something about his face feels sharper, more defined, balanced.
Really?
Still very much Uzi, just crimson chin. And I wasn't the only one who noticed, right? The comments weren't dragging him all the way. They were just kind of observant, like, wait, am I tripping? And to me, I'm thinking, is it the makeup? Is it the lighting? Is it simply a new era with a new look? Or is it fillers? Uzi was tea. When an artist is this deep into fashion and visuals, image stops being accidental, which brings me to the real question, what influenced this? Because if we're being honest, the people closest to you, especially your partner, can absolutely influence how you see yourself. And it can possibly reshape your image for the better, which brings me to Moneybagg Yo, who has gone through a very public transformation. And I used to really bump his music back in the earlier days of his career, you know, before Say Something really blew up and during his relationship with Megan Thee Stallion, back when people kind of clowned his appearance. And then suddenly, years passed, he got in a new relationship, and the body reinvention was here. The lean gut was in the past, the gym era was present, and washboard abs were in the near future.
I saw that on my homepage. Apparently a fan said something about him being a clone or something. And he was like, y'all really wanted me to stay on drugs and just be drinking lean and da-da-da. And I was like, oh. So, yeah, apparently he stopped the drugs, the lean, and just started working out and eating healthy. So good for him. But people be talking shit about it. It's so weird. People don't like when you improve on yourself. It's crazy.
I put the drugs down and got disciplined vibe was very alive with him. But once your body becomes part of your brand, everything else gets examined too. So rumors flew, and then came the photo with a plastic surgeon. Ari stepped in and clarified that he was there for dental work, and the surgeon just happened to have an office in the same building. And while that explanation does make sense, the internet never really let it go. I mean, do they ever? And recently, Moneybagg even addressed this himself, saying just because he looks cleaner.
Contrary to what y'all believe, you can't just have a gut and look like how he looked in the past and lay on somebody's table and then look like that. Like, That is not true. Cause what's his face? The one that they say got a BBL, Kev Bando or something like that. Actually, I don't know what doctor he went to, but that doctor hooked him up. Never mind. He had a gut and then came out looking like he'd been working out for years. Never mind.
And healthier is because he's in the gym, right? Everyone.
But no, I think this guy is actually in the gym.
About him, like they still want him to be on drugs and look crazy. But now the conversation has shifted. This time towards his face. Now, first it kicked off with this video that I reposted, and you know she be using those Snapchat filters, but then people started noticing a sharper jawline, smoother features, and sure, some of that can come from weight loss, skincare, and lifestyle changes, but you already know people went way back and looked at some images alluding to the fact that him and Ari might have got some of the same fillers. Maybe she's rubbing off on him. Now, no doubt there is some top-notch skincare going on. I feel like that's just the girlfriend effect. But the chin is low-key chinning like it never has before. And we already know that Ari has been vocal.
That looks like that was edited. That was him. It looks like he had filler in that photo, but then the other photos they showed, it didn't look like that.
Getting her chin done a couple of times. So this is interesting, especially considering the fact that the chin is something that people used to talk down on Moneybagg Yo for. He even leaned into the jokes himself. Remember when people called him William from the iconic and one of my faves, the 2000s sitcom Girlfriends? And he made a music video playing around with that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, I never really saw the resemblance, but
what?
Okay,
he looks like
it
him.
makes you wonder how much of this is confidence,
like
how much of this switch up is, you know, a new lifestyle, or is it really just influence? Moneybagg is with Ari, a woman whose appearance, surgery, and beauty have all been a public conversation for many years. People love to weaponize that against her, saying she should have never changed a thing. But let's be real, her look is also a brand asset. She sells beauty, she sells aesthetic, the whole it girl imagery, and her bestseller literally is lip gloss, lip products. Today's industry, imagery is leverage. When you're surrounded by people who understand that deeply, it really rubs off, especially when we've already watched the whole BBL to Fashion Nova pipeline work in real time for women, which raises a bigger point. Could refinement with the whole body and image unlock opportunities for men too? Because the attention is there from women. You got all the ladies in Moneybagg Yo comments now that he is switching it up. And whether people like it or not, women, particularly Gen Z, are major drivers of music spending, right? They're buying the concert tickets, they have the fan engagement, the meet and greets, and that's wild because for a long time, being a desirable male rapper was never part of the equation. The fantasy was always reserved for women to get that, but it seems to be changing now.
Good.
And it makes me wonder, when it comes to rap, are looks starting to be almost everything? And
I'm saying good because I feel like that was so fucked up how for the longest men could look just crusty, busted, dirty, snot falling out their nose, and you know they were accepted and praised, and it was just women who had to keep their image up. So it's a good thing that men are starting to pay more attention to their appearance as well and take care of themselves, work out and whatnot. As far as them getting a little nip and tuck here and there, I mean, hey, the women do it, well, I say do you. If it helps you and your confidence, then, you know, I don't think anything's wrong with it. I know Drake got a lot of flack for that as well, but it's like if it helps, you know, you feel better about yourself, what's the problem? Women get it all the time, so it shouldn't be a problem when men get it, because it's really popular in the industry for men to get stuff as well. So I don't think it's an issue, honestly. But yeah, I am glad that they're taking care of themselves instead of looking crusty and busted.
Question takes me on to someone who has always been visually intentional. Playboi Carti. Now, I feel like he's always had that kind of model energy with the sharp features.
The other people should show Gunna, Moneybagg Yo. All right, they in the gym. They clearly taking care of themselves, getting their skincare together. Carti looks a mess. And lately, nothing about his appearance feels drastic. He does look like himself, but it's definitely more polished. So when people started noticing a sharper jawline, I didn't immediately think surgery. If anything, Carti feels like the blueprint for aesthetic illusion, I would say. He has makeup going on, lighting, styling. Everything is very specific when it comes to his social media image. And shout out to Pat McGrath, because the glass skin effect is very real. He got guys in the comments wondering,
what is his skincare routine? From embracing a prominent birthmark as part of his identity to now often totally covering it up. That shift alone says a lot. Even the men who are already aesthetic and have aura are refining.
I like his birthmark.
And when you look at the woman who he's been linked to, it adds another layer. From Iggy Azalea, who at some point was scrutinized for her looks, and we know she's definitely gotten some work done in different areas, which if anything has allowed her to still be relevant all these years. Otherwise, the internet would have left her in the Australian dust. Kind of like T.I. did. I mean, Carti barely shows himself, but when he does, the focus is immediate. So this isn't about a few rappers just tweaking their looks. I think it's about rap fully stepping into the same beauty economy that women have been navigating for years. The surgery, fillers, enhancements. For women, it was always just part of the job. But in the future, I see that pressure shifting towards guys. You already see that with the beefs and the insults. You see men talking to each other and exposing that they've gotten surgery done. Just look at BBL Drizzy, for example. All of this tells you exactly where we are. I mean, we've gone from Gucci Mane and his clone lore, and then you have people speculating that Kevin Gates got his waist snatched, along with a fitness journey to follow. And I'm gonna keep it real, I can't be the only one feeling like young boy got some facial balancing or something done. It's giving very hood editorial realness. And maybe the
no, his face card is just top tier. Like he looks like he could model. He has really good bone structure. So I don't know if he got anything done, but maybe he did. Who knows?
It isn't about who did what, but what authenticity even means in a space where these days you need more than good music to make bank.
Because he just doesn't strike me as somebody who would care enough to be like, oh, let me get filler. Like, he doesn't seem like the more polished rapper who cares about that, but maybe.
I mean, according to many, rap music ain't even all that anymore. So perhaps you definitely need to be focused on your image and how it can assist you with other ventures. But what do you think?
Very interesting. Not the boys getting a little nip and tuck. They getting a little Botox, little filler. Okay, they trying to keep up and they trying to serve face too, period. Listen, I'm here for it. Once again, do what you want with your face and your body. You got one life to live. So if you want to look your best, then go ahead. I think a lot of these people from this vid look great. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And they also combine it with a healthy lifestyle, lifting weights, working out, because you can't just lay on a table and continue to eat bullshit. Like, the fat is going to come back even if you got a lot of it sucked out. So they clearly are taking care of themselves. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So more power to them. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.